Technology gives us access to all sorts of information and content. Obviously, we spend most of our lives consuming all sorts of content from the internet, videos, articles, and all of the rest of it. It makes sense to try and keep some kind of record of some of the ideas that we encounter. Enter the concept of PKM, or personal knowledge management. This video is all about the idea of PKM and the concept of building a second brain, which is a book very famous by the author Tiago Forte. Watch this video, get some ideas on how to set up your own PKM system in just a few minutes. So, personal knowledge management is all about taking notes on the content you consume through videos, articles, websites, films, and anything else that you come across. The idea is that once you've made notes on some of these ideas, you can use your notes to produce your own content and make your own ideas more valuable. So this whole building a second brain thing is based on one fundamental system, which is called the code system. That is CODE. Let me explain what code means. C is for capture, O is for organize, D is for distill, and E is for express. So let's just go through those 4 stages. Once you know those stages, you basically have the fundamentals for your own PKM. We'll start with capture, and of course capture is to get into the system of capturing the ideas and thoughts that you experience as you consume internet content. Basically, for capture, all you need to do is set up a note-taking application and then make sure that you record any of the input, ideas and experiences as you go through your day. After capture, we have O, that is organizing. So of course, there's no point in just capturing, making a load of notes and then not having them organized very well. So you need to think about how your notes are going to be organized. Now, from Tiago Forte's book, he gives this idea of para, that's P-A-R-A. The P of para refers to projects. These are, of course, projects that you are working on, and the idea is that projects have a definitive ending point to them. A are areas, and the difference between areas and projects is that areas do not have an ending date. So they could be things like managing your health, managing your finances, these kind of things that are ongoing. Relationships is another example. The R in para is resources. So in this section, it's where you collect all of the interesting information, things like books that you want to read or things that you have learned. Basically, it's information that you could use, but you don't really know where you're going to use them yet. And then at the end we have A, which is the archive section. In the archive section you put all of the stuff, all of the notes that you have used and probably won't use again. But in the digital world, Tiago Forte argues that there's no need to actually delete stuff that you're not going to use. You can just keep it in the archive, because who knows, maybe an idea will resurface and you'll want to use that information again in some way. Organize is probably the biggest, most complicated part of this code system, but once you're organized, then you should be in a habit to keep it up without too much difficulty or friction. Moving on to D, we have distill. And distill is where you take a look at your notes, review your notes, maybe add any thoughts or ideas to your notes, and basically try and spot what you might call the essence of your notes, the main takeaways that you can get from your notes. So here, to do the distill stage, you will probably need to schedule in either weekly reviews, maybe even daily reviews, and perhaps monthly reviews of the notes that you have. And then lastly, E is for express. So this is the stage where you actually start applying the information in your notes to express yourself. So if you are a YouTuber making YouTube videos, your notes will help you to create more YouTube videos and use your notes for content in them. The same, of course, applies for if you're writing online courses or blogs, or you have a website, anything like that. Another example might be if you are a student studying at university, then your notes can help you in your assignments. In a nutshell, that's what Tiago Forte's book is about. If you want to find out more, please go ahead and get the book. It's worth it. I'll put an Amazon link here in the description. Here are a few key action points for creating your own personal knowledge management system. Firstly, choose your note-taking application. The obvious ones will be Apple Note, OneNote from Microsoft, and Evernote. But of course, there are plenty other applications that you can use. Once you know where you're going to put your notes, then you can start the note-taking habit. So try and spend every day just making a few notes on the things that you experienced or the ideas that you had from content during the day. The third action point is to set a weekly review so that you can look through your notes. And as you do the weekly review, think about how you are going to use your notes to express yourself. So it's a review and a brainstorming session. I hope this video has given you some good ideas. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. It would be really great to have you as part of the Spirit and Action community. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, day, week, and or weekend.